Oh, you think you might be here lurking? That's funny. What's up, everybody? Hello, hello, hello. You guys are gonna see me yelling at my cats a lot because they're being so bad. They're being so bad. Hello, everybody. Ciao, belli. Come stai? Tutto bene? Hands and pans, baby. What's up? I gotta make sure my parents are okay. My mother could not figure out how to get this working. You okay, Ma? Do you see me? What's up? What's up? What's up? Sun's out, guns out. I am working out again in the gym of buns. Hey, what's up? What a saint. You're all a saint. All of you here are saints. We're doing some really fun stuff today. First, I'm going to make a drink. I'm going to make an Aperol Spritz. I'm going to make bruschetta. Bruschetta, technically, because we're just making a single, not multiple. Then we're making some linguine con vongole. These are fresh clams. Vongole is clams, by the way. There we go. These are some fresh clams I got from a local fish market. Polly, already. We can't be doing this. Okay? Vieni qui. Come on. Dentro. Come on. Come on. She's going to be, all night, she's going to do this whole time. Hope you're ready. What we got there? No, these are not little necks. No, these are not little. I forgot the name of these. These are specifically clams that you use when making pasta with like a clam sauce for like Italian dish, like linguine, pasta con vongole. I forgot the name. These are clams from the Adriatic Sea. I forgot the name of this type of clam. You actually, if you notice, I don't know if we could see it, the water looks a little murky. About an hour and a half ago, I put a bunch of like flaky sea salt in with the clams. And the reason you do that is because the clams will start to like suck some of the salt in, and they'll expel any sand and stuff like that. So we'll go over that in a minute. But for now, let's make a drink. I'm so happy to see everybody here. Bacon, thank you. Gas station, thank you. OSU, everybody lurking. Appreciate y'all. For now, I'm just going to make an Aperol Spritz. Aperol Spritzes are super easy. They're 3 parts Aperol. Oh, sorry, 3 parts Prosecco. 2 parts Aperol. 1 part club soda. And a slice of orange in there. So let me get some ice. And then I got to get my Prosecco. It would be really funny if Mallory actually drank all my Prosecco. That would be so funny. She wouldn't do that to me, though. She wouldn't do that to me. Let's put a little bit of ice up in here. Let's get the Prosecco. I might have to make some seltzer, which is going to be probably really annoying. I apologize. No, she has some seltzer. Perfect. And we got the Prosecco, which is perfect because I didn't buy any white wine. So you can use Prosecco in this dish, in the Vongole. So let's do the Prosecco first. It's going to make a pop. Okay. Polly, I swear to God, I see you looking over here. Don't do this. We're going to do 3 ounces of Prosecco. I do have my coworkers watching. So guys, if you're watching, it is after hours. Don't forget. Don't judge me. Domi, sometimes I'll toss a little vodka in my spritz. It's a vibe. Vodka in your spritz. That's very interesting. I don't know. Bacon, you're also the guy that tried to correct me on making Italian dishes. So, like, I don't know, man. You can do whatever you want, buddy. I love you. I love you to death. 2 ounces. Let's go, Dom. King Babes? Who's King Babes? Who are you? King Babes? Hi. Hello. Welcome. I'm so happy you're here. Whoever. An ounce of just seltzer. A little bit more. A little too much. It's okay. I'm actually not going to put the Prosecco away. Let's go ahead and get a small glass. Small glass. Let's put this in for the Vongole later, because we will need some white wine. Okay. Put this stuff away, and let's have us a spritz. I don't know if you guys know this. Aperol Spritzes are one of, if not my favorite drink that's ever existed. Where are you? Chicken? Oh. Uh, finding new things in my fridge. It's Chris trying to pick up some cooking aura. Oh, what's up? Oh, King Babs. Babbers. What's up, baby? I lost myself. We're going to just cut in half. Is that what I want to do? I feel so weird cutting this like this. Usually it's already cut. We'll just cut. It's fine. It's not a big deal. We're going to do that. Just do a nice little slice. I did a really bad job. That actually works. We could just waste that. Put an orange in there. You go into the bad bowl. We're going to make some tasty stuff, boys and girls. My mom's here, so I have to make sure I give all genders here. Okay. Where's my little mixing spoon? So if you just got in, you missed it. First, we're making Aperol Spritz. This is your first freebie of good Italian cooking. 3 ounces Prosecco. Cintani, Cindan, Salud. Oh, Manon. Woo! I love that drink so much. 3 parts Prosecco, 3 ounces Prosecco, 2 ounces of Aperol, an ounce of seltzer, a slice of orange, and you got yourself one of the best drinks ever made. Big shout out to my parents watching. I'm making food that they've taught me to make my entire life. For those of you who don't know, my parents have had restaurants since before I was born, and they've always made delicious things. So first thing we're going to do is make some bruschetta. It's not bruschetta. It's proper pronunciation is bruschetta. Fun fact, history of bruschetta is it used to just be whatever sauce was left in your dish or your pan, you would get some bread and you would just sop it up, and that would be your bruschetta, and that you would just eat that, whatever you had left if you ate all your pasta. And then over time it evolved into its own like appetizer. Traditionally, it's really just basil, tomatoes, olive oil. It's evolved over time into like so many different things. We probably have basil ready in the garden by now, but it's okay. We'll just use what we got. You have people that put like balsamic vinaigrette in it, which is fine, also tasty. I personally like putting onions and then Kalamata olives in it, which give it a nice little flavor. We have these beautiful, kind of like golden cherry tomatoes left over from a salad we did. So I'm going to use these. I just love the smell of nice fresh. These are very good. We got these at the market not that long ago. So what we're going to do is we're going to get these cherry tomatoes. So is the bread of the bruschetta or the act of the dip? I think technically it's the act of the dip, and then over time it became its own dish. I think that's what it is. So since we got these like beautiful little cherry tomatoes, we're gonna cut these into like quarters. For those of you who don't know, if you're like kind of new to cooking, or you like cook kind of like not like necessarily hobbyist or whatever, there are certain ways to cut. And this is a really nice Japanese knife. One of my dear friends, Charlie Anderson, got me this knife from Japan. This knife is actually, before we actually do this, let's start boiling our water. Because the Vongole, like the linguine with the clam sauce cooks so fast. We're going to pre-do a big pot of water. We're going to put in a butt ton of sea salt flakes into it. Just to preemptively... Oh, wrong one. Oh, that's bad. Don't cook my heat thing there. We're going to do in the back. I'm a ding-dong. So yeah, let's start boiling that water first. But yes, if you don't know, the proper way to cut something... A little harder on small cherry tomatoes, but you always want to have the knife rest against kind of like the flats of your fingers, if you could see, kind of like this. So when you cut something and you hold it, you're never in danger of cutting into your hand. So if you notice, I'm going to these are a little difficult. Like I said, they're kind of like small. I'm going to grip it in a way that it just slides down my finger in a way that I won't cut myself, Same thing when we cut it into quarters. Really important tip when cutting, because you don't want to cut yourself. And here's the thing, accidents happen. Some of the best chefs that's ever existed have cut them all the time. Especially when you're in a restaurant and you're like rocking and rolling, you don't have time always to do things like completely proper and by the books. You know what I mean? It just kind of is what it is. My parents would have to make giant, when in the really busy seasons, which is summer, winter, my parents would have to make like big batches of things because they would make so much food in a night. You know, we would make like hundreds of pizzas in a night. So like, you know, the amount of times like some of us burned ourselves or cut ourselves or whatever was like astronomical because it's like you're just doing so much at once. Accidents happen. But we're not in that environment. You're not in that environment. So make sure you're always cutting as safely as possible. Always make sure you're not cutting into your fingers, especially when you have like this knife. The first time I got this knife from Charlie, I cut myself so bad, not even cooking with it. I was cleaning it and I nicked just the corner of this knife. And I like should have probably went to the doctors because my finger was bleeding really bad, but it's okay. So yeah, like I said, just get some of these cherry tomatoes, probably like half the bunch in there. It's really just me. Mallory's actually out tonight, so there's no, I have no one to like share this meal with. But it's good because I'm really hungry. I haven't eaten all day, and so I'm gonna go a little buck wild. Also, you don't have to be perfect. Your cuts don't have to be so perfect. Just make sure you're cutting them down because these are gonna go on some bread, on some toast. So we're gonna make sure that we have some good bite-sized pieces here. Let's get a little scraper. Sorry. Put that in the bowl. Let's do some onion. So with onion, what you want to do, if you never cut an onion before, you cut off the root first. Let's get rid of that. You cut down. Is that the root or is that the root? Mallory would yell at me because she knows. Which is actually, that's the root end. So you don't cut the root end. You cut, I guess, the stem side. Let's do a better cut here. There's a bad cut. Literally cutting cherry tomatoes with my knife from Japan right now. Tool twins, let's go. What are you making? What are you making with your Japan knife right now? Talk to me, please. Now we're gonna cut into the root end. Cut right down the middle. We can put the other half to the side. Get rid of these scraps. Always try to always have like a little scrap bowl. It makes your life so much easier. And so from here, we take off some of the outer layer. I'll just take off this top layer. That's fine. Get rid of that. Sometimes you got a little like membrane here. I believe it was a famous ogre that once said, you know, like an onion, layers. You know what I mean? And then what we do when we cut a knife, when we want to dice it specifically, we're just going to cut a couple slits into the onion. I'm not going too far because I don't want all this onion to be for dicing. So as you notice, I'm not going to go, I'm just doing like a little bit. We're going to cut horizontally just a little bit. And then we're just going to cut down. You're going to see that makes perfect diced onions, little pieces. Oh, also, I decided I'm not going to do multicam tonight where I'm going back and forth in between the overheads. I feel like it's not really necessary. There's not really much information to be gained going in between stuff like that. Oh, sorry, Aperol Spritz break. Cucumber, tomato, onion salad, nothing fancy over here. Hey, whatever you're making, it's fancy. Oh my God, I love Aperol Spritz. Whatever you're making in the moment, it's fancy. And yeah, like I said, I like adding in Kalamata onions, or onions. I keep saying Kalamata olives into my bruschetta. And I think the reason I like that is because, you know, having a little bit of tartness to the bruschetta is nice. And I think that's when usually people, Paulie, do not jump over here. I will put you in my sauce tonight. You understand? Do not jump over here. I do like the balsamic vinaigrette in a bruschetta, but I like the olives more. And I think if you did both, you'd have too much of a clash there. And, you know, that's not very fun. You don't want to have, like, too many clashing flavors. Liv gets productive. Thank you for following me. I assume is that a you, Olivia? Okay. And also, you get to eat olives. There's like a little mangiamo. You know? We'll do this. Oh, let's go! Andiamo, let's go. Woo! Sorry if I just yelled in your ear. I was really excited about that. That's going to need to be a clip later. So let's get some fresh of this basil. Thank you so much for the follows. Calristicus, thank you. We don't actually have to cut this. You can literally just rip up. Let's get that stem out of there. Literally rip up your basil, as they say in England incorrectly, basil. Let's add in a nice little glug of olive oil. Since I have it, I'm gonna add in some imported oregano from Sicily. I'm so in love with this cooking show. Bacon, thanks, babe. Small Paw, thanks for the follow. Appreciate you. Let's just grab a little bit of this. Let's throw in a little bit of basil or oregano, some dried oregano. Not too much. Oregano's very strong, especially like a good dried oregano can really overpower. Oh, I see you. Thanks, babe. Oh wait, no. What are you saying? What is that? I don't even know what this emoji is, but it's funny. Let's do a little mix and taste. Just a little mix here. Break up those onions, because the onions, if you like, the onions can really get you. It's like really simple, as you see. Like, it's funny. Eric, how have you not followed me already? A glug that glugged at least 3 times, dude. I mean, come on, let's go. Yo, Frankie's olive oil. I tell you, the great stuff. And we're using their pasta tonight. We're using Linguine from all their pasta is made in Italy, which is so wonderful. I do love their pasta a ton, like so much. This is what you love to see. Ingredients: durum, wheat semolina, and water. Great. Sick. That's all you need. I'm your 3rd follow. Thanks, bub. All right, let's take a little bite of this. Make sure we get all of our medley in there. This is why I love Italian food so much, guys. There's like 3 things in this. And it's so wonderful. It tastes so good. My God. I got some French bread here. I know. I mean, I'm having amazing Italian food with French bread. What are you going to do, though? Do I want you still? No, we don't need you. But there's a bakery in the neighborhood called Bakery, and they make, I'm not kidding you, their bread is just, it's so good. Especially this seeded sourdough. Oh my God, it's so good. All right, let's put the bread knife back. I need a spoon. Where's all the spoons at? Huh? You clean? Oh, I can't open the washer. Okay, we did it. I have my camera. Are you gonna fall? Please don't fall. Okay. Yeah, let's have a spoon here. All right, first snack of the night, guys. Some homemade bruschetta. Put this on this bread. Look at that. Look at that. I bet you know you're coming to a mukbang stream tonight. Nope. Nope. We don't need too much of this. I don't need to cut more bread. The problem is the cats see bread and their eyes get big. Oh my God. These are really good tomatoes, actually. These little yellow cherry tomatoes we got at the farmer's market. Let's have a couple more bites, and then we're going to start doing... Oh my God, this is really good, actually. Wow. Thank you so much, Callie. Thank you so much. You're the best. Thank you for being here. I got a lot of my wonderful colleagues here. For those of you who don't know, I work at Twitch. It's my dream job. It's the best job I ever had. I would work there forever. And everyone I work with are just truly the best people. My God. Let's go. We'll save this. The problem is I can't save it because my cats will just eat it. Okay, one more bite. Then we'll put the bread away. Again, bruschetta. Some good fresh tomatoes, couple glugs of olive oil. I like calling. You know what? Here, just because we can. Because why not? I don't. You know, it ain't like it's gonna hurt me. Where's the? So if you want to use a good balsamic vinaigrette, make sure you're doing balsamic vinegar of Modena. I think Modena is a place in Italy, but that's like the good balsamic vinaigrette you want to use. I know I just said you don't want to clash having Kalamata onions, or why do I keep doing Kalamata olives? What's wrong with me? It's so good. Oh my, it doesn't matter. Ain't no clashing. Oh my God. Shut up. Shut up. Snizito with this. Right on. There we go. Screw it. We're eating Italian food, baby. Little food dances. You know. Okay. Eat this last piece. And then we're going to start making some linguine. So if those of you don't know. Okay. Those of you that don't know, my entire life, one story, how my family Italians, when my dad started dating my mom, he brought pizza to my grandparents. Huge mistake for Italians. They're like, we make everything homemade. That's fine. I'll tell you right now, you show up to my home with a pizza, I'm going to be really happy. I don't care where it's from. I mean that in all honesty. I'm just happy to get some pizza. You know what I mean? Okay. We're starting to get the water boiling. We're going to start getting the other stuff ready. Because we want the water to be boiling by the time we actually start making the sauce. And it's funny, when I say sauce, you know, for Italian food, the nice thing about Italian food is like you have, let's actually get rid of this. You have olive oil, pasta water, some garlic, and you got a sauce, you know, like it's so, these are all just easy things. You know, Italian Americans, you know, as time went on, when they immigrated to the country, they started to make do with whatever they had available to them. Like, fun fact, chicken parmesan in Italy isn't a thing. You have things like veal or pork Milanese, which is a breaded pork or veal, but there was no chicken parmesan, and that just like evolved over time because they did the same kind of process that you would use with a Milanese. But they did it with dude, thank you for the follow, appreciate you. But chicken was more common. Chicken was more common in America, so they started doing the same process of Milanese, like pork or veal, but with chicken, and that evolved over time, adding sauce into it, adding cheese onto it. And then we have chicken parmesan. Like, so many stories like that exist within the heritage of Italian American. So, for those of you just joining, first we made Aperol Spritz. We made some bruschetta, cherry tomatoes, onions, Kalamata olives, fresh basil, a bunch of olive oil. I'm just gonna eat some of this. So there's no official way to make bruschetta. You could add garlic, you could add salt, pepper, you could add cheese if you want. It doesn't matter. Okay, let's start doing the vongole. So, I was saying earlier, for those of you just joining, do you keep botarga at home? I don't know what botarga is. What is that? Please enlighten me. Oh yes, the Aperol was made. Aperol spritzes were made. There's a very good chance we're making a second one. What was I saying? Oh yes. So these are some clams I got from a local fishmonger. Dry fish shake. No, I've never done that before. Whoa. There's a local fish market called Lisa's. It's in Glendale. It is like a staple of Glendale, Ridgewood, Maspeth. It's an old Polish woman that's had this place longer than we've all been alive. She's the sweetest woman. She's Polish, but she gets in. There's a huge Italian and Italian-American population of Ridgewood, Glendale, and Maspeth and Queens. She gets a lot of stuff for Italians, one of them being the baby clam, the small style clams that you use to make pasta con vongole. And it's funny because she only gets them on like Mondays or Thursdays or maybe, I don't know, it's like none of it makes sense. I went in last night. I called in the morning. I got tons of it. I got tons of vongole, no problem. I come in, there was one bag left. So here we go. So about 2 hours ago, I put it in water with a bunch of flaky sea salt. And I don't know if you can see it. There's a bunch of like floaty kind of like almost like scum that you would see when you're like cooking like a ramen or a broth or something. That is the sand that was inside of the clams. So the reason that you put a bunch of salt in the water is because the clams don't like it. And they like expel or whatever they had inside them, which was most likely salt or sand rather. Polly, you're embarrassing me. Oh, my sweet baby, a little bambina. Let me a bambina. All right, beat it. Okay, so first thing we got. Let's talk about ingredients. We got fresh Italian parsley. Cute sous chef, I know. Some fresh Italian parsley. Oh, the orange is done. That was for our Aperol. We'll put you off to the side. Are you about to do a hairball right now? Are you joking me? Are you joking? Please don't do this. What did you say? Yeah, so hairball. Wow, actually, let's turn this down. I did not think you were going to be boiling so fast already. As long as it's not, I hope it's not getting into the camera here. Okay, so fresh Italian parsley. We got garlic. We have a little white wine. We have the clams. We got the oil and the linguine, obviously. That's pretty much it. So the fun thing about linguine con vongole is we want to use the stems of the parsley. We chop these up nice and fine, and this adds a little bit of flavor into the oil. So what we're going to start doing is we're actually going to turn the pan on to like a medium. And if you were watching the gnocchi stream the other night, we're doing kind of the same thing. We're going to be adding in probably like 5 tablespoons or so of olive oil. Frankie's olive oil, the best. We're adding it in before it gets hot because we don't want to burn our garlic. Dude, are you actually hairballing? He keeps like, huh, huh, huh. And now we're going to nice and fine. So again, this is actually a perfect time to show you what I was talking. If you weren't here earlier, cutting properly. You want to make sure that you're cutting along the flat of your fingers so you never cut yourself. And you always just glide down. So we're going to do about probably like that much or so of the parsley. Oh, Artie gets stage fright? He does. He actually is a huge scaredy cat, hilariously enough. I'm going to do the same thing I did the other night. I'm going to use... Where's my microplane? Oh, I had to open this up again. Oh my god. This is... we're going to use the microplane. We're going to use the microplane because we're going to get our garlic in nice and fine. We're going to do about probably... How big are these? We got a nice big one. We got two good sized ones. That's kind of perfect. That's all we really need. So whenever you're microplaning garlic, you want to make this one, wow, the skin just came right off. You want to cut off the root. That's trash. If the skin doesn't come off, you can cut off the root, and that'll usually expose. See how the skin just kind of like glided off, and then you just from there. You can crush your garlic and then chop it up fine. The thing is, we don't really want to be tasting like garlic bits, like a red sauce. We want to be. We want the we want we want the olive oil to kind of disintegrate. That's really funny. To disintegrate the garlic. Let me eat a little bit on the bite of this bruschetta over here. I love garlic and parsley. God bless that combo. Truly. While we're waiting, we might as well just chop some of this parsley leaves up. We're just gonna like roughly chop it. This is gonna be for the end. Oh, one thing to note. Sometimes, if you do the salting of the clams like pretty far in advance, your clams will open. Typically, when we're like cooking mussels or other kinds of shellfish, if you see open shellfish when you're going to cook, you like toss them because they're bad. The clams will naturally open a bit, especially if you do it longer. They'll naturally open a bit because they're expelling the sand. Artie, you better not puke on the bed. You could puke on the floor. This is my life, guys. The clams are naturally expelling that sand, so they're going to open up. So right now, what we're going to do is we're going to dump out this. Oh, so much sand came out. It's crazy. You can give it a little rinse if you want. It doesn't really hurt. The water did all the work, or the salt water did all the work of getting out that sand. Ooh, I see a broken clam. We'll toss you. These are, oh my God, these clams are great looking, guys. I'm telling you, we got. Oh, if you were also here for the gnocchi stream, we're gonna do the same thing again. We're gonna add just a tiny bit of water into the oil. That helps dissipate some of that heat in the oil, and it'll stop from burning the garlic once we get in. Give that a little. So you see, like the water kind of like, water doesn't really mix with oil, but that's okay. This will stop they'll stop it from burning the garlic once we're in there. So far, what do we got? We have our fresh parsley tops. These go in last. We have our stem pieces. We have our garlic that we're using microplane on. We have our vongole. We have our olive oil. So yeah, see how we're getting this water starting to cook up a bit? That's when we're going to add in. We're going to add in our parsley stems, and then we're going to add in our garlic. So give that a mix, because we don't want to burn these things. We don't want these things to burn, right? Especially since we got it at a high heat. We're going to constantly mix this up a bit so that these don't stay and just get burned up. So use your microplane. Really fine. Get this garlic nice and fine. We don't want garlic chunks. This isn't a red sauce. This isn't like a sauce we're putting meatballs or like anything like that into. We don't want to like have those garlic chunks, which usually you do in those sauces, but not in this. We want this to be really fine. We don't want to taste garlic chunks. We just want to taste that, like, kind of like the essence of the garlic. You know what I mean? I wish I had a camera pointing at Polly right now because she is actually being so good. So, my parents my whole life owned restaurants, and one of my father's most famous things he cooked was a linguine in a white clam sauce. It was one of my favorite things of his to eat as I grew up. That and his chicken marsala. All right, let's give this a stir. Yeah. Make sure this doesn't burn up. We don't want this to burn. It's not very good to have the parsley and the garlic. Make sure it's broken up. So since this garlic is soaked, we're going to add a little bit more oil up in this. Let cook for a second. We got to have a poly cam. Wait, hold up. Can we do? It's not going to be a very fun angle, but hold up. No, wrong way. Hold up. Will it go over fully? There she is. No, Polly, stay. No, Polly, she just, I swear to God, I had her. Wait, where'd she go? Polly, come here, Vongole. Come here. They all think I have some. Oh my God, now they think I have a treat. Those of you who don't know, my cats are monsters. I'm held hostage by them. Wait, my mother texted me. The clams are called, these are not little neck clams, guys. My mother just texted me. These are not little neck clams. So, I hate to break it to you, Ma. If you're watching, no little neck here. Nope, don't you do it. Don't you do it. Oh, let's turn the pasta water back up. All right, this is looking good. We like the garlic is like nearly disintegrated. We're gonna add in our clams. Make sure all the water is out. Getting all that sand water. We're gonna add in the clams. Okay. We're gonna add in. I probably got like a cup of white wine here, some prosecco. Add some of that in. Nearly all of it. And we just want to give this a nice mix. We're going to turn this up a little bit. Or maybe they are little necks. Maybe I'm talking this shit. Maybe they are. I don't know. What time we got the burner at? Right now to cook the oil at, we had it about halfway. But we're going to turn it up. We want to put it at a higher heat. So I got it like a 7, whatever that is, like medium. Hey, don't get down. Medium high. Now we're gonna put a lid on. They're gonna steam essentially. You know, like we want like that oil and that juices, all those things to start to evaporate. The lid will help that steam, and that'll open the clams up. Also to note. There's a few variations of the recipe that have like happened over time. One of them being you can add chopped cherry tomatoes into it, which it is very tasty. I personally don't prefer the cherry tomato part of it. I just like it the more traditional way. So we're bringing the water back to a boil. Okay. Frankie says for al dente we want to do it for 9 minutes. We're gonna cook it for about 6 minutes because we want to we want it to be before al dente. We want to put it into the pan with Polly, shoo, get down. Thank you. We want to put the linguine from the pan, from the pot, the boiling water, into the clam pan to really cook that all together, and then we're gonna add in some pasta water, and that's gonna create some emulsion. It's gonna emulsify rather. That's what kind of makes the creaminess. This is a dish, for those you don't know, more popular in southern Italy, Sicily, Napoli. This is way too much pasta. But you know what? I got a lot of clams. Who cares? I won't eat it all. I can save some for Mallory. Do you see my wink? I said I'll save some for Mallory and I'm winking. Yeah, so let's start a timer. Let's do 6 minutes. The old microwave timer. I'm about halfway through my Aperol Spritz. I'm going very slow with it only because I don't want to look like she said no camera, please. Yeah, exactly. I don't want to look like I'm an alcoholic or anything, but I would drink this. I would drink 4 of these by now. We are going to make another one. Don't worry. It is such a tasty drink. I love it so much. Yeah, so let's let this cook. We're already getting, I'm going to open it up. I don't know if we're going to see it. We're already getting some of these clams to open, guys. They're already starting to open a bit. You see that? You see it's like kind of boiling? That's what we want. Dorfinclus? Oh, Michael. I know. It's Michael. That's funny. I can already tell. I just had to read your name out. I know who it was. But it's okay. We're going to cook this for a bit. We're actually going to remove the clams because I want to, I actually want to de-shell a few of them. We only want a few clams on the shell. Oh, you have to subscribe. That was very sweet of you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate the subscription. Let's get some tongs. Linguine is starting to fall properly into the water. Let's make sure we mix that. You don't want you always make sure you mix your pasta up because they will stick together, especially the more organic and like fresh pasta. They're just literally flour and water, you know, like. Oh yeah, guys, wow. Look at that. Look at that. You can literally eat some of this right now. Honestly, like you could take this, put it in a pan or a bowl with some good bread. What do you, Polly? She just knocked the oregano over on top of Artie. I don't know if you could have, oh, you couldn't have saw it. That's a bummer. You can put this in a bowl with some good bread. And you got yourself a delicious little bite there. Wow, I'm so excited for this. Like I said, started this pot boiling, added a bunch of flaky sea salt, like rock sea salt, flaky sea salt. Those all work. You want to make sure you salt your water. Oh, guys, I wish. Oh my God, I wish you could. I wish you could smell this. I wish you could smell this. We're gonna add in our parsley leaves now. Let that cook in there. Oh my God. Dude, this is insane. It smells so good. Oh. We're just gonna let this cook for like another minute. Actually, let's mix this up again. We're gonna let this cook for like another minute, and then I'm gonna turn the water or the heat down. I'm gonna de-shell a lot of these clams because this is way too many clam shells to enjoy the pasta dish. You know, growing up, my parents, you know, they always used like a can of chopped clams because in the restaurant there was no time to do this. This would require someone just making this dish by themselves to, like, you know, de-shell all these clams when you have, like, you know, 100-something people in the dining room. All right, let's turn this down. Take this off. It's going to be kind of annoying. Let's see. I got a small fork, and I got some tongs. That's all we're going to do. That actually works out pretty good. Because they're cooked, so they come right out of the shell. Some of them they're already going to be out of the shell. And we'll end up keeping some shell in, because it is like a fun... It is a fun it's like its own garnish for the plate, you know what I mean? Guys, oh my God, I really do wish, I really wish you could smell this, because it is, God, it smells really good. This is a pound of clam. Actually, this is a pound and a half of clams. You really only need a pound of clams. I'm a big boy, and I love clams. Well, all shellfish. Ow. All shellfish. They're like my favorite things to eat. I love clams. I love mussels, oysters. These might be little neck clams. I don't think they are. These are smaller than what I thought little necks were. Maybe they are, but I don't think that these are actually little necks. Polly, get down. She knocking over a can of pumpkin. Scared the absolute hell out of me. All right. We got just a few seconds left. This will actually work out perfectly. Oh, no. Shit. This will work out perfectly because we're going to take that linguine. We're going to transfer it with the tongs directly into here. We're going to transfer with the tongs directly into this. And we're going to finish cooking the linguine in this sauce. And what that does, it flavors the pasta with the flavors of, you know, essentially the ocean, guys. And then off to the side, we're going to save the rest of these clams. God, I have so many clams in here. Let's just turn the water off just so I don't overcook. Even though the pasta is, like, significantly undercooked, we want it that way because we're going to finish the cooking in this. But we don't want to overcook. Let me get a little bowl here to put in the clams I'm keeping in their shells, which will just be a few, really. And we'll do that now, actually. Because it's pretty, you know. It's like a garnish. It's its own garnish. We'll put that because the clams are cooked, and there's not a really big deal, you know, quote unquote like overcooking the clams, and there's nothing gonna be wrong with that. Okay, and then once I get the linguine in here, we're gonna turn the heat back up because we want the pasta water from the linguine, and we're gonna save some of the pasta water too. That'll help us emulsify Oh, whoa, whoa, Maron, how did I miss that? Okay, off to the side. These are our clams for later. Boom, baby. Okay, we are just gonna straight up take our linguine. We don't care if we get the pasta water in here. We want the pasta water. I'm gonna get a cup or something, and I'll use that to get some extra pasta water just in case. So like in reality, I'm using probably like a little bit over a half a pound of pasta. I'm using 1.5 pounds of the clams. This is probably going to make a dish for 2 people. I'm not going to eat it all now. Maybe I will, who's to say. That can just go off to the side. And we're going to turn the sauce back up. We got it back to like medium high, about 6 and a 7. And we're going to, about 3 minutes or so, we're going to cook this pasta up with the clams. And you're going to see, like, we got a lot of juice in here. This is a lot of juice. This is too juicy as it stands. This is going to evaporate. The pasta is going to absorb some of that juice. And then in about a minute or so, we're going to do, I forgot the name of it in Italian. There's a name for it when you, like flip the pasta in the pan. What the hell is that name? What is that name? It's like... Man, I can't remember the name of it. I'm going to be so mad at myself. It's like when you do this, like, there's a name. Wait, is there? Oh, there is. I thought I heard scraping. There's a name for this in Italian. I can't remember. Mendicante, I don't know. But this will help you. There's another one. I hear you. There you are. Oh, you little shit. Get out of here. Where'd you go? I saw you. I saw you. Where are you? He's gonna kill me, guys. There it is. Okay. Nope, wrong one. I don't even know if I need any pasta water, y'all. I may have done a little bit too much white wine, but that's okay. We're just going to cook it nice and good. New Zealand. Oh, these might be New Zealand. Hey, Paulie, get out of the... Get down. Off the olive oil. Are you kidding me? If you ever come to eat my home, I'm sorry, you're probably going to eat something that has the cat has licked or something. Oh my goodness. I do like to add a little bit of crushed red pepper. Just a little bit. It's actually not a big deal that we're a little late with it. I would have added in a little sooner, but it's not a big deal. And no, Callie, no Parmesan. So you can add Parmesan cheese, Pecorino Romano. You can do that if you want. Traditionally, in Italian food, like in Italian food in Italy, you don't add cheese to seafood dishes. It is like a holy no-no. As you get, guys, can you see this? You see this juice is starting to cream up. It's starting to get a little thicker. It's starting to cream up a little bit. So no, I will not be adding in any grated Parmesan, any Pecorino Romano. I am going to taste, though. Let's taste what we got. See if we have to add any salt. Paulie, don't do it, babe. Okay? Just lay down. Be cute. Let's see what we got here. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Guys. Shut up. Shut up. A friend of mine just messaged me and said, next time I should add the recipe beforehand so people can follow along and cook with me. I meant to do that, actually. I meant to put the recipe on the stream. Wow, this is so good. On the stream, but I forgot. I'm gonna get this down a little bit better. Oh, look at that! You see how much less juice there is? This is starting to really cream up. We're starting to get a really good sauce here. I'm still trying to figure out how to make this the best version of itself. I think I would like to add a little panel that has like the recipe. Maybe not necessarily so you can follow along. That sounds really fun, but you know, I'm going about this at a faster pace because I've been making food. I've been making, especially Italian food, like my entire life. You know, I grew up in all the restaurants my parents had. I'm gonna make this a little faster than you probably will, and that's okay. But if you want, you can go back and you could watch. All right, we are there. This looks wonderful. Let's just make sure the pasta is cooked. Get like a little bit in there. Wow, this is. And we're gonna finish off with a little bit of lemon juice. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Wow, 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 wow. A little bit of just like the butt of a lemon, you know what I mean? Add in some of that lemon juice. We're off the heat. Give it one final stir to get that lemon juice in there. Guys, look at this. It went from a lot of juice to nearly nothing because it's emulsified. We got ourselves a beautiful sauce. See, I wish I had those like really skinny tongs so I could like plate this like a fancy boy, but I don't, so I don't care. We're going on. I have to cover this or my cats will eat all of it. We're gonna put our clam shells on just along the edges. You're a dead one. Just along the edges. My father always taught me that presentation with your dish is literally everything. If your dish doesn't look like it should be eaten, no one's gonna want to eat it. Let's just chop up some of this fresh parsley a little bit finer. You eat with your eyes first, baby. Exactly. You eat your eyes first. Exactly. Guys, look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Do you see this? Do you see the? Oh my God. Do you see this? I need to let it cool down a little bit because it is so hot. I should have. This is the part of my dinner where if I don't safety all of the bowls and food, my cats will just eat it. They'll just like jump up and just get in there because they are literal monsters. Make sure all our burners are off because my cats will jump up here and burn their peats. Their little beans. Guys, I'm telling you right now, this, look at, do you see this? You see this? Wait, let me zoom in. Let me zoom in. Hold up. Let me zoom in. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. What camera do I have there? Hold up. Overhead board. Configure video. Can I do this? Camera control. Yo! Yo! It really didn't zoom in that much, hilariously enough. Look at that. Guys. And it is no longer this really juicy dish. Do you see? It looks like I added in some sort of like some sort of like cream or something. Oh my God. Bang, bang. Guys, this was Linguine con Vongole, Cucinare con Dominic, Aperol Spritz, bruschetta, fresh clams from Lisa's Fish Market in Glendale, New York, Queens. And this is one of my favorite dishes ever made, taught to me by my father, Daniel Galliano, who I hope is still watching. They may have fallen asleep by now, to be honest. Oh, my God. I'm not even kidding you. Like, can you see? Can you see? How do I get this better under here? There you go. Can you see this? You see this? Featuring Pauline Artie and Junie. June's here. Put it on camera 1. What can I do? Hold up. Let's do this. Hold up. I know what to do. We're going to duplicate. We're going to duplicate, right? I know what to do. We are going to switch out these cameras in this scene. Overhead stove just goes away. Okay, here we go. We do overhead board. Unlock. See what I'm doing for you guys? I said I wasn't going to do it like this. Oh, you know what? I also got another treat for us. We're going to do that too. Let's make this big. I got some pizzelle. Pizzelle. If you've never had, it's a waffle. It's like kind of like a waffle cookie, as it were. It is one of my favorite. I'm so sorry, I'm burping. It's like one of my favorite snacks. I love it. We're almost there. I'm almost there, guys. I'm almost there. I'm sorry. I should have done this beforehand. I know it. Trust me, I know it. I should have done it beforehand. But you know what? I said I wasn't going to. And here we are. I don't know what you want from me. You know what I mean? What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Cosa puoi fare means what are you going to do in Italian? You're going to see what this looks like. Up close and personal. Okay. Boom, baby. Where is it at, though? Oh, over here is the middle of the frame. That is actually hilarious. People need to know if Artie had Artie did not. He did not hairball. Thank God, he didn't. Yeah, thank God he didn't hairball. Yeah, look at this dish. If you saw it while I was cooking, it really looked like there was a ton of liquid in that pan, but through the act of emulsion, we have a beautiful sauce. Oh my God. Oh, sorry. Artie did not puke. Artie didn't puke, everybody. Just in case you were wondering. He didn't puke, thank God. Linguine con Vongole. Talk to me about my father. A dish, very old, from Italy. You'll find this dish. You'll find this dish anywhere in Italy, but the Sicilians make it the best. My father always used to say, the Sicilians taught the Calabres how to tie their shoes. And he's not wrong. Italians from the south of Italy just did everything better. And if it wasn't for them, America would not have all the good Italian food that it has today. I'm also going to have a little bit of Amaro. This is one of my favorite Amaro brands. Amata d'Arancia Rosa, which is just an orange red Amaro. You're technically not supposed to have this when you're done your meal, but I'm almost out of the spritz. I mean, I am out of the spritz. I can't believe that lasted me the whole stream. You're back. What did you miss, OSU? This is what you missed, baby. This amazing linguine con vongole. So just a recap. Olive oil, white wine, tiny clams, fresh parsley, stem and flour all. Oh my God. Oh my God. Fresh parsley, garlic, a little bit of lemon. You got yourself one of the best dishes you could ever eat. So, from my kitchen to you, thank you for joining. Thank you for hanging. I want to do this like once a week if I can. Time and life is a little difficult right now, but time and life depending, I would love to do this, a couple times a month at the very least. Thank you for joining. Thank you for hanging. Thank you for being here. I love all you guys. Salute. Cent'anni to another 100 years. Thank you for coming to Cucinare con Dominic. Ciao belli.